Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday, 26th. I didn't do a podcast yesterday because I was working on the book. All kinds of things are going on right now. Tonight, I don't want to forget this topic, I want to talk about the things you're going to lose in recovery. There are some things, and we need to talk about them. We're going to do that tonight. Let's go. Just thinking about this. I've been thinking about it for a couple weeks, and other things got in the way. Not in the way so much as priorities changed, and what I wanted to talk about changed. Well, tonight seems to be the perfect night to talk about the things you're going to lose in recovery. There are some things, like I said, and we're going to talk about them tonight. Good and bad. There's some good things and bad things. Now, one of the things I wanted to really be clear on is the difference between sobriety and recovery. There is one, in my mind. And this is my philosophy, and that's why I coach the way I do, is because I do believe there's a difference in sobriety and recovery. The amount of effort it takes to get sober, which just means putting down the booze, putting down the drug, putting down the food, whatever you want to use for your addiction, it just means putting that down. The end. Recovery, on the other hand, is not only getting rid of the drug of choice. It doesn't necessarily mean abstinence. It means being done with the thing you lean on to alter your mind to get through life, being done with all that stuff, and having the tools necessary to cope with life on life's terms without that stuff. How nice is that? The reason I want to point out the difference is because it's important. I'll do an episode on the differences between the two, but that's the quick and dirty one, down and dirty, however you want to say it. It's important that we know the difference. I know a lot of sober people that would really do well to find recovery so that they can take the next step, take that step to living life, again, on life's terms. And while you may not be in charge of how life treats you, you are in charge of how you react to it. No mind numbers, no nothing. Just you and your strength and the tools you've built. So there it is. There's that piece of it. Now, what are you going to lose in recovery? We're not going to talk about sobriety. The sobriety thing, it's pretty easy to say, oh my God, everybody, when you're an addict, like I was, I suppose I still am, I am forever. Unfortunately, that's my condition that I have to reconcile. When you put down your drug of choice, mine was booze, when you put that down and get sober, I'm using air quotes, people cannot be happier. They will cheer you on. It's incredible. The feeling, the euphoria is amazing. You will have cheerleaders you didn't know existed, and they will come out of the woodwork and support you and cheer you on. That euphoria, that good feeling of every month you get that token. I used AA. 12-step programs were great for me. That token you get every month. All right, my 2-month token, and here's a picture of me with it somewhere important. That euphoria of good job, kid, you're going to lose that over time because suddenly your recovery takes over where your sobriety left off. Now you're just living your life like you're supposed to. There's no blue ribbon or gold medal for living your life. Everybody does it, right? We all have to do it. It's just all of a sudden the praise and the clapping and the parades go away. You lose that. One of the biggest things I get asked, and I got asked this a lot when I was touring and giving talks around the country, is you must have lost friends. You had to have lost friends when you did what you did and came clean. And the answer is no. I didn't lose any friends. I lost a fair amount of acquaintances. I lost a fair amount of people I thought were friends that were not. And that's fair. I mean, it's completely fair. That's as much on me as it, well, no, it's all on me. It is none of my business what somebody else thinks of me. It just isn't. And when you can get to that point, when you lose, see what I'm doing here? When you lose the care of what other people think of you, your life gets so much better, so much easier to live. All of a sudden, you don't need that drug of choice. Now, that's not to say it was a rosy transition from raging drunk, ready to commit suicide. Let's just say it right. It doesn't mean there wasn't some losses of friendship temporarily along the way. It was very difficult on people to kind of reconcile what I'd done and decide whether they wanted to stick around, whether they wanted to stick with the person they knew or the person that was on his way out. You lost some time, but you gained a lot too. You lose the high ground, if that matters. You lose leverage. People that are weak and maybe shitty and looking for a way to take you down, all of a sudden will jump on that opportunity. You lose the moral high ground temporarily. And it may be years, could be decades. You lose it. What you did will be used by others, and that doesn't mean they're great folks. It doesn't make them better. But there are going to be people that will take that opportunity and run with it. And people that never stood a chance of beating you, I'm using air quotes again, of beating you in anything in life, will use that weakness, that moment. They'll willfully ignore the condition and use it against you. You lose that lever. And it's not an easy one to put down, that's for sure. So we're 6 minutes into a 10-minute podcast, and all I've told you is the things you will lose, and they are good things. Friends, family, leverage, positioning, standing, all those things. However, what we haven't talked about just yet are all the good things. And I'm going to do this in the 40% that's left because it's going to be a little bit faster. Some of the things you're going to lose after you find recovery. I lost my trips to the pharmacy. I don't get to buy arthritis medicine anymore. I don't get to buy heart meds anymore. No blood pressure medicine. Don't need any of it. I lost that. It doesn't make me sad. You're going to lose weight. And whether it's drugs or alcohol or food, whatever you're into, you're going to transform your mental state in such a way that you're going to be automatically healthier and your body is going to shed weight because the calories you're putting in are suddenly better. Now, I will give you a little bit of a caveat there. I didn't really shed a lot right after I quit because I went straight into sugar. The body was craving that pretty bad, so now it's a conscious effort. I try not to make my life on sugar. But your body all of a sudden, instead of grabbing every valuable calorie it can, instead of saying, okay, this is just more alcohol or whatever, this is more sugar, I'm going to grab onto every calorie I can get and stash it, just in case it gets to another point where I don't have any food. That goes away. The stress on your body goes away. Cortisol, whatever you want to call it, it goes away. All of a sudden you feel better and you're more conscious of what you're putting in there. You're starting to feed the machine properly. You're going to lose that hole in your checkbook. I hate to tell you this. All of a sudden you are going to find magic money. It just appears. It's so strange. You didn't get a raise. There's no bonus. Not from your employer or your job or however you do it. But all of a sudden, that checkbook balance starts to climb. And all of a sudden, you're moving money from that to your savings. And I don't know, it's a magic trick. I haven't gone too deeply into it because I don't want to ruin it. I don't want the magic to stop. But you're going to lose that hole in your checkbook. More bad news. You're going to lose more. You're going to lose that lethargy that comes with addiction. And it's not just the physical piece of it. It's the mental piece. It's the real malady. But yeah, you're going to lose that. You're going to have so much energy. You're going to want to do so many things. And it's going to change your life. You're going to read books. You're going to go for walks. You're going to go for bike rides. You're going to go for a swim or a sail or a hike. All the things you used to like to do, but then you kind of got away from it because, man, I was just tired. And just a quick have a scotch, and then I'll go for a walk. Well, I'll have two, because it was a really tough day. Then I'll go for a walk. And then after that bottle's 3/4 gone, you'd be like, I'll do it tomorrow. I don't feel like it tonight. You're going to lose that lethargy. You're going to have a lot of time to fill, and it's going to fill fast with all the good stuff. You're going to lose the sleepless nights. I hate to tell you this. If you like waking up multiple times at night, or if you like to wake up at 3 a.m. to take a whiz, you like to wake up and toss and turn so you can look at your phone, you're going to lose that. When everything gets healthy, your mind, body, and spirit get healthy, you are going to sleep through the night. Now, you may wake up once, I don't know, but that toss and turn, and all of a sudden that fitful night of what we used to call sleep turns into real sleep. So if you want to sleep well, don't find recovery. You will lose the ability to toss and turn. Finally, and this one's a big one, this is tough. You will lose the desire to be a victim. It will no longer be anybody else's fault because what you're doing is right. People may mock you or laugh at you or be pissed off because you got better and left them behind. You will lose victimhood. You won't have it anymore, and you won't want it anymore, because all of a sudden you're back on top. You lose the right to be last place. Now you're first. You'll lose the desire to find an excuse for failures, because there won't be as many. There might be not any at all. Might have slipped up here and there, but the failures go away. You lose the desire to be angry. You don't want that anymore. You just are fulfilled with happiness. And there's going to be ups and downs like in everything in life, but you lose the desire to be angry. There's no need for it anymore. It's been replaced with happiness. Finally, I'll wrap this up, but this is the biggest one. You lose the desire to feel bad about yourself, because daily you will look in the mirror, you will see the improvements, you will feel the improvements in your face, in your body, in your bones, in your heart, in your spirit. You lose the desire to feel bad. All of a sudden you feel good. You've lost a lot, and I'm sorry to point out all these losses to you. I hope somehow I can figure a way to bring some good news to you next time. Obviously, that's a little tongue-in-cheek. Yeah, there's losses. There's good and bad. But the good so heavily outweighs the bad. I cannot stress this enough. If you're thinking about recovery, do it. Don't wait. There's people out there that want you to succeed. Give them the opportunity. Don't miss it. You never know. Somebody might slip on a banana peel. Do it now. Do it for you. But man, what a great gift to give someone else as well, huh? Don't lose out on that chance. Lose. I'm such a loser. All right. That is enough out of me tonight. I am so happy. My week is starting off great. I hope yours is as well. Lots of good things on the horizon. I can't wait to talk some more about me, because I love talking about me. Now I want to talk about the book. It's really made some adjustments this weekend, and they're all to the good. Listen to people that you trust. Listen to people you look up to. The information you need is there. You just got to be available to receive it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is enough out of me. Again, I said it once, now I said it twice. I hope you have a great week. I will try to get back on schedule for Sundays next weekend. Until then, thank you for your time. Thanks for listening. I always love chatting with you folks, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care.